Probably one of my most watched videos on YouTube. I must have watched it probably over a dozen times over the years. And oddly enough, I've never made the recipe. Guys, on today's show, that is all gonna change. Now, of course, I am talking about Aaron Franklin's pork spare ribs. That's what this show is about. I watched it again a couple times last night to make sure I got everything down the way he does it. We are gonna fire up the char-griller 980, run at 275 Fahrenheit. 2 hours unwrapped, 2 hours wrapped, although we will watch it and adjust that time as needed. And I got the ingredients all right here. So man, I am looking forward to this.
Special shout out for my Patreons and YouTube Join members. Starting this month, I will do a giveaway, one giveaway a month just for them. So if you're thinking about supporting the show, check that out. Information down below. It is greatly appreciated. And there we go with our ingredients up on the screen. And look, I'll have all this information down in the description under show notes. And first up, we got a pretty decent rack of spare ribs here. This is what you want to use. And you want to first off start off by trimming any excess fat that just be maybe hanging off. And that right there, you'll see sometimes on these racks of spare ribs, that is the breastbone there. Just get yourself like a chef knife and that'll cut right off. It's some cartilage right there, but it's pretty easy to cut it off. And you'll always have that flap on there. Just get yourself a knife and you're just going to trim that straight off. Look, this could be daunting. This looks like it looks like a bit of a pitta to do this, but always remember you are just looking to square off the rack of ribs. That's easy peasy. Oh, yeah. Oh. Any excess fat like that, just take it off. It ain't no big deal. There you go. Guys, keep in mind anything trimmed off gets bagged up and put in the fridge for a later date. And that looks pretty good right there. Let's look at our ingredient rub here list. Again, everything down under show notes, but basically what you're looking to do here is a 2-for-1 on the black pepper to salt. Now look, if you don't have this 16 mesh black pepper, I have a link down below. You want to check it out. This is good stuff. So basically 2-to-1 on the pepper to kosher salt, a little bit of granulated garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, and a little bit of paprika. That is it. That's easy peasy. Oh yeah. And obviously you're going to want to get that in a shaker. I got this shaker here I use for any kind of mix that I'm doing. It works well and gives you a nice even coat. There you go. So look, Mr. Franklin does a little olive oil binder on his ribs. I've never done that, so I'm kind of interested to see the take on this, although I don't expect it to leave any type of flavor. Guys, when you're applying your rub, you want to always start at the bottom of anything, and you want to flip over and do the presentation side last. That is the side that you're going to see when you're serving. Pro tip. Oh yeah. That's a pro tip, of course. Now for this recipe, you're going to want to run 275 Fahrenheit, and you're going to want to have a water pan in, and you can see I got the temp gauges in there. It's going to flank the ribs, so I'll be guaranteed to be at that 275.
All right, guys, man, that is pretty straightforward. 2 hours straight through at 275 Fahrenheit. You could see I got the ribs flanked on both sides with temp gauges, so we will pop that right in the middle. Maybe I'll bring you back in an hour for a spritz. We'll see. Other than that, it is 2 hours smooth sailing. Oh, yeah. All right, guys, so look, I did rewatch the tape. No need to spritz. This was a straight run, 2 hours, no peak, just let it run. And also I did put a water pan in there off camera. Let's go in together. Let's check it out and go to the next step.
Guys, because of some hot spotting in the pit at the 2 hour mark, I'm going to turn the ribs. You don't have to do this step. And from there, what you want to do is hit it with some apple cider vinegar. If you don't have apple cider vinegar, an apple juice will do just as well. At that point, you're going to get some sauce on. I am going with a vinegar-based type sauce with less sugar. Too much sugar, you may burn it. After you sauce it up again, hit it with some apple cider spritz spray. That is just going to loosen up that sauce and kind of even it out. Oh yeah.
All right, guys, so look, man, 15 minutes and then we'll bring you back and we'll go on to the next step. All right, guys, that is a quick 15 minutes. Let's go in together. Let's check out the color and take it to the next step.
So guys, after that 15 minutes, after you spritzed it and sauced it, get it off, and you're gonna get it on some foil. Now look, with this foil, what you wanna do is you're gonna wanna spritz the foil. Then hit it with a little of that BBQ sauce. You know where we're going with this. Give it a little look. Gotta be. Oh yeah. And then you're gonna turn that face side down or presentation side down right into the sauce. Give it a little spritz again and sauce it up again. Oh, yeah. At that point, just be careful you don't puncture that foil there. You want to wrap it up and get it back on the pit. Oh, yeah. Oh. There you go.
All right, guys, man, that is, we're off to the next step. He says 2 hours. I'm thinking maybe more to an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes. Now, look, he does say adjust your times by feel. So that is exactly what we're going to do. So I'll bring you back at that point. All right, guys, we are coming up on an hour and a half. Let's go in. Let's take a feel. And if everything feels good, let's get them on the board, swinging the cameras around, and then check them out. I'm thinking these suckers are done. Basically what I'm doing, you want you don't want them to fall apart, but you want them to bend. They're feeling tender inside the, on the center. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Guys, you're going to want to carefully flip it over. Get yourself a toothpick, and you just want to check it for tenderness. Remember, in and out like you're going through warm butter, and you know you're ready. Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, man, we wrapped them up nice and loose. Now we're going to let them sit for about 15 minutes. At that time, I'll bring you back.
So just a quick observation here, it definitely has a little pull back and forth. You could see as I am cutting it, so that is a good sign, because you don't want that just to kind of shred apart, because you know you're overcooked. Yeah. Oh. That's a clean rib right there. Oh yeah. Guys, we will take this in live for some closing thoughts and a quick taste test.
All right, guys, man, that is it, man. Pretty much went off without a hitch. And hey, man, look, not the best looking rib I've ever cooked for sure, but it's got that moisture content in there. It is a, you know, it's a different kind of rib than I usually cook, but it's gonna have some bite, so that is good. So, hey, man, let's just dive right in and see what we got. Look, man, although it did fall off the bone, it wasn't that mushy fall off the bone, so it had a little chew, it had a little bite. It did come off the bone, obviously, because you wrapped it. And I gotta tell you, man, this is a good rib. You know, the pepper, man, is all over this rib. I think the BBQ sauce that you use, you want more of a vinegar-based sauce. Guys, I'm thinking this is the type of rib you're gonna get at one of those roadside type stands or cars, a little on that vinegar base, a little full off the bone. Definitely got that pepper, man, is out in the forefront. This is definitely a good rib. Will I cook it again? You're damn right I will cook it again, man, because this is gonna appeal to a wide variety of people for sure. Guys, that is gonna wrap up this video, man. I think this is something you definitely wanna try, man. You definitely want to experience this type of rib. It is on the way other side of how I've been cooking them. Usually I go no wrap, and usually I got a nice glaze or sauce on them. This is totally different and totally worth you guys trying. So that is it for this one, man. This was a fun show. This was a fun little experiment, I guess you could say. And this is definitely something that will be on the menu sometime again during the summer for me. So look, man, until next time, we will see you. I can't even eat another one, man. This is dinner in about 2 hours. Soon. Good, man. Oh, yeah.